Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Abrams, Warsaw Pact 7.1. Okay, first order of business, tech. Long-range missiles and chemical. Yes to chemical, no to long-range missiles. So Warsaw Pact has completed chemical warfare doctrine. They are now immune to chemical disruption. All right. One bit of housekeeping. I'm not going to change anything, but I did forget on the U.S. turn that since they have completed advanced logistics, and of course this goes for NATO and the Soviets as well, I forgot it on all of them, that airlift capacities of all air bases gets +1. And sea lift capacity for naval bases also gets +1. So we'll not forget that going forward. Hopefully. Okay, next order business. NATO used battlefield nukes against Warsaw Pact last time around, so the pact is released for battlefield nukes against NATO. So this is going to mean 3 artillery are going to be placed right here in East Germany at the major army base. There we go. All right, next, military aid and purchase. Warsaw Pact is going to spend 6 to send another fighter to Libya. That's because of arms sales. And then for themselves, they're going to spend 5 on an early gen MBT and a SAM, 8 on 2 MBTs, and the remaining 16 on a pair of artillery and a pair of early gen MBTs. Okay, combat. There's going to be some combat. Okay, first off, unopposed. Grab the roundel. The airborne from Bulgaria, 1, 2, 3, to capture Crete, unopposed. It's not worth anything, but that completes the Warsaw Pact possession of Greece. So Warsaw Pact has another strategic objective. Okay, next, no, that's not unopposed, never mind. Next is going to be the invasion of Mara. So the guys here you see in Greece are going to attack. They're going to be joined by these 2 air superiority fighters from Bulgaria and the major air bases. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we're just going to do 1. I made a mistake. The major air base in Bulgaria is going to shoot a cruise missile in there to support the attack. I counted the firing missiles from Romania twice. There's going to be another missile attack somewhere else, so I had to correct that. Okay, the air cav on Sicily is going 1, 2 over just 1 sea zone to invade Tunisia. There's a paramilitary defending. Then It's going to be a surgical strike into Bavaria by 5 cruise missiles. From Romania, 1, 2, 3, because they do have long-range missiles. No, wait. Scratch that. They don't have long-range missiles. I miscalculated. Okay, so forget Romania. From Hungary, 1, 2 can get in there. From West Czech gets in there. East Germany gets in there. West Poland, 1, 2 gets in there. So that's 4 cruise missiles going in there. And there is just the one SAM for, yes, NATO has AMD, so there is just the one SAM for missile defense. So we can change this back now, yes. Because now the air base in Romania can fire 1, 2 into Mara. So there will be 2 cruise missiles going in there. Okay, very good. All right, so let's do the surgical strike on Bavaria first, because we don't need a battle board. We just go over here and get the auxiliary tray. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there are 3 AMD shots, because there's just one SAM. Okay, 1 missile is shot down. So 3 missiles go in. And they get 2 hits. Okay. So NATO. Got to take 2 hits. Well, I guess they're going to have to hit the SAM and an MBT. Okay, there's that. Next up, we will do the little fight in Tunisia. That won't need a battle board. Air cav attacks. And see, desert. Let me double check. Okay, so that says land units. Air cav is not a land unit, so there's no penalty. That is a good hit. So the paramilitary defends for a miss. Warsaw Pact captures Tunisia. Well, if they weren't at war with U.S. Global before, they are now, because they attacked one of their guys with the defense treaty. Okay, next is, I guess Mara is the only thing we got left. So let me move stuff to the boards. Okay, here we go. NATO will defend with battlefield nukes. I made the mountain penalty adjustment down for the land units. And we know we've got cruise missiles in first strike. No SAMs for NATO, so there's no, well, they don't have, no, it's US that doesn't have AMD. Never mind. They don't get AMD because they don't have any SAMs. So there's 2 cruise missiles for no hits. Okay, now we have the defending artillery on battlefield nukes. He gets 1 hit. All right, so Warsaw Pact will take the 1 hit on an early gen MBT. Okay, now we go to regular stuff. So we got 2 air superiority fighters at 5. There is 1 air hit. 1 air hit by the attacker. Okay, now we have a light infantry. That's a miss. Barely, but a miss. The Spag gets 2 shots because there are 2 planes. Both miss. The mech misses. 2 MBTs. Both miss. Yeah, that ain't very good. Okay, for NATO, we have an air superiority fighter. That is an air hit for the defender. And now we have an A-10. That's a miss. And 2 mechs. Both miss. That hurt. Okay, so 1 air hit by each side. So, NATO is going to take their hit on the air superiority fighter. And then Warsaw Pact doesn't have a choice. They have to take theirs on the air superiority fighter. Okay, now we go to round 2. NATO artillery goes to the retirement box. Spag goes to the retirement box. These guys have been shot. They're off the map. Okay, here we go. Air superiority fighter attacking. There is an air hit. Air hit by the attacker. Okay, light infantry. Miss. Mech. Miss. 2 MBTs. There is 1 hit, and land target select doesn't matter because there's only 1 land unit. Well, yeah, there's an air hit. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so defending A-10 misses yet again. Needs to have his attack computer recalibrated. Mechs. 1 hit by the mechs. So just 1 general hit by the defender. So the air hit takes out the A-10. Clear that. They lose 1 mech for a general hit. And Warsaw Pact will lose the light infantry for its hit. Okay, so there is 1 mech left defending. Now the ASF has to go to the box because he no longer has a target. So it's 3 on 1. Mech. Miss. 2 MBTs. Okay, there is the hit that was needed. Mech defends for a miss. NATO's having problems with their sights this time around. So they're done. Get the roundel. Mara has fallen to the Warsaw Pact. Get their guys back over here. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be Warsaw Pact up 2 to 30. NATO down 2 to 47. Fallout goes up 1 to 2 total. And as a result, two things are going to happen. I'll do it off camera. Egypt signs military pact with U.S. Global, and because of that, Libya signs a defense treaty with Warsaw Pact. Currently, or before now, it was a cooperation treaty. Now it's a defense treaty. All right, that's it for combat. So non-combat. The ASF flies back to Bulgaria. This airborne moves up 1 space to Lazio. You know what? I forgot an attack that I was going to do. So we're going to do it. Yeah. The forces here in Veneto and the 2 early gen fighters in Lazio are attacking the 2 light infantry in Piedmont. Yep, I decided that at the last minute and forgot to put a marker on it. So I overlooked it, but we can correct that. Okay, so, yes, I know what you're thinking. Bold move, threatening a missile silo this early in the game, but wars are not won by timidity. Okay, so the first thing we had, the only first strike that we have, you can see them over here, yeah. The SAM and the SPAG will be in the retirement box because they have no targets. So we will have the field artillery shooting chemical. Jumped right out of the tray. Okay, that missed. So now is Veneto Mountains. I don't remember. And as I have said repeatedly, the black mountain symbols are impossible to see with overhead lights with this color configuration. Okay, no. Coming from where they're coming from, Piedmont is not terrain affected. I have to get my flashlight on there to be able to see the terrain symbols. Okay, so we have three MBTs, and they got 1 hit, and now we have 2 early gen fighters, missed, 2 attack choppers, missed, so 1 hit for the attackers. The defenders miss. So 1 light infantry comes off. The field artillery goes to the retirement box. So 2 early gen fighters. There is the hit that is needed. We'll go on and let the attack choppers shoot. There are 2 overkill hits, so that's plenty. The defender misses again. Okay, so he comes off of there. These guys move in. Move that down there out of the way. So I can get the attack chopper in there and leave room to place the roundel. And that is going to be Warsaw packed up 2 more to 32. NATO down 2 more to 45. And there's the roundel. Give you a little closer look at the situation there on the Mediterranean coast. Southern France is now most obviously threatened with that missile silo. Okay, we were doing non-combat when we discovered that. The early gen fighters landed back in Lazio. And that's it. We don't have any more non-combat. So place units. So we have 2 MBTs. Two MBTs into Bulgaria. We have a SAM and an early gen MBT into Lazio. And now we have two more artillery, which will change this green chip to a red. And 2 more MBTs going in here, which puts a green chip under that one. Okay. Back around here so that we can deliver aid to Libya. If you remember, we purchased a discounted fighter, which is delivered to West Libya. Okay, that's it for that. Now we collect some money. Warsaw Pact is at 32. Plus 1 for possessing Tunisia, and 2 each for the Yugoslavias makes a total of 5. So that puts them up to 37. 37. Okay, missiles. Let's see, I forgot you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So 6 and 3 is 9. 5, 8, 9 is what goes under that missile. Okay, Ozark Outpost, over and out.